What's going on, Aurora Alliance, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Battlefront 2 video. And in this video we're going to be talking about which class is the best in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Obviously we can only talk about the gameplay that we've seen at EA Play and what we played at EA Play, the pre-alpha version of the game. We can't say that when the game releases this class is going to be the best, because things will be changed by then. But at the moment, the best class I would say is the Heavy. That is why everybody was using the Heavy in the gameplay videos that everyone's seeing. A lot of my comments are, why so much of the Heavy, why not Assault, why not Specialist, why not Officer? And the main reason for that is because the Heavy class seems to dominate everything out there. The Specialist is great at long range, but then once you get to close range, you do have star cards to kind of give you some form of attacking power. But there is certain star cards on the Heavy that just beat everything else. I mean, the Assault class is a lot of grenade spam, which is in a way is good for the sort of close quarter combat inside the palace, but then at the same time, you don't really have anything to protect yourself. The Officer's the same sort of thing. It's a really great support character for buffing everyone around you, but once you get into combat with certain other classes in the game, you are going to lose. There is very little chance that you will survive, whereas the Heavy, you've kind of got a bit of everything. You've got close range combat, you can buff yourself even, and you can cause a lot of damage that other classes can't really do. The weapons of choice for the Heavy class, by the way, if you didn't know, are the DC-15, a heavy blaster that trades accuracy for increased power and rate of fire, and the FWMB-10K, which is a first order heavy blaster with medium rate of fire and high damage output. A lot of people were choosing the FWMB-10K over the DC-15, and there is good reason for that. All the stats are a lot better on the FWMB-10K. The star cards you seem to get put with the Heavy are Combat Shield, which is a small forward-facing shield that allows for firing the primary weapon while slowly advancing, and that is great. It allows you to absorb so much damage, and then when paired up to the passive star card, you earn so many battle points, it's ridiculous. But the fact you can protect yourself while still causing damage to enemies is great, and it's very powerful, and if you use it right, you can get so many kills and so many points. If you crouch while you have the Combat Shield activated, every single part of your body is covered, obviously apart from the back, sides and top. But if you are sitting and all the enemy is in front of you, and you're crouched and you have your Combat Shield up, you will just be able to mow down without them getting anywhere near you or causing you too much damage. The Combat Shield does die eventually though, but it takes a lot of damage to get rid of it. The Sentry star card allows you to enter a powerful mode by wielding a heavy repeating blaster with massive damage output at the cost of severely limited movement. When you activate this, you do move so slow, and it's so frustrating. You've got to be in the perfect position to use the Sentry. But when you get in that position and you use the Sentry, my god, do you cause so much damage. You can just spam fire. It's like a minigun, but it causes a load of damage. You can pretty much kill heroes or anything with this. The only thing that I didn't see happen was you can't seem to kill vehicles with the Sentry, but you can mow down enemies, and they've got absolutely no chance because you cause so much damage, and it's not very accurate, but there's that many blaster bolts firing out of it, you can just hit them no matter what. A lot of people, when they see you using this, do avoid you because it is that powerful, which shows that the Heavy class is a very dominating attacking class. And honestly, it's got to be the best class for these reasons. You can cause so much damage, you can protect yourself, and a lot of people are afraid of you. The third star card, Barrage, and in this configuration, the MPL multi-purpose launcher functions as a launcher with multiple small grenades. Now, it isn't the barrage like we know it in Star Wars Battlefront 1. You have to pull the trigger or press the button to fire it individually. If you press it once, it fires one. If you press it 3 times, you fire 3. And it's great, you can cause a lot of damage with it. You can put enemies off coming into a certain area by firing this. But you can also use this while you have your Combat Shield activated. So if you are getting overwhelmed with enemies while you've got your Combat Shield on, you can activate the barrage, fire your barrage through your Combat Shield, and just watch mayhem happen in front of your eyes. The other choices of star cards you get are Disruption, which is a handheld device that overheats enemy weapons, diffuses explosive, and temporarily disables droids and turrets. The Scout Pistol, which is a quick-fire and sidearm weapon that can be drawn when a primary weapon is overloaded or disrupted, and the Detonite Charge, which is a powerful explosive that is manually detonated. Then for a passive ability, you have the choice between the Defender or the cooldown bonus, and the cooldown bonus allows all of your abilities to have shorter cooldown times. The optional star cards there weren't very good. The main star cards to use are the Combat Shield, Sentry, Barrage and Defender. You cause so much damage, you can protect yourself, you earn so many battle points. Overall, it's the best class. It can even do a lot of damage at long range if you just sort of burst fire your weapon, and that is why a lot of people use this class. It isn't because the heavy was the one we were told to use or anything, it's just purely because it is the best class for doing damage, protecting yourself, and getting battle points. I'm sure by the time the beta and the full game releases, the classes will have changed and there will be a new, better class to use, but for now, the best class we got to use was definitely the heavy. Let me know down in the comment section below if you want me to review any of the classes in Star Wars Battlefront 2, and let me know what your opinion is on which class is the best one to use. Make sure to smash a like on this video if you have enjoyed it, and if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to join the Aurora Alliance and be kept up to date with all things Star Wars gaming, especially Star Wars Battlefront 2. The game is phenomenal. Other than that, may the Force be with you.